everyone, it's me, the Otaku Fangirl, here to review episode 8 of Code Realize, Guardian of Rebirth. So with this episode, alrighty then, so they decided to change a lot, but they're still keeping intact with the visual novel. It's weird, okay, because that entire scene on the bridge, that was never a thing that happened, at least from what my memory serves. So yeah, but with this episode, Cardia and Lupin make it back into London, and they regroup with everyone, have this nice little reunion, and before when Impey said, like, Cardia, you know, and it's like, he was like, oh, we want to get Cardia back, and I'm just like, my boy. But anyway, so yeah, once they regroup, they decide what their plan is, and their plan is to, well, first get Queen Victoria on their side, because that's gonna help them, and they need to get to the cathedral. So yeah, because that's where everything's going down. There's a coup d'etat going on. It's just like, yeah, there's all this stuff going on. I'm like, okay. Phoenix is doing all these things. Saint Germain's doing all these things. First of all, Saint Germain. So with this guy, he meets up with this mysterious armored knight lady called Guinevere, and I know everything about the whole Guinevere, the idea, and the whole end of this episode, the very end of this episode, after the credits play and everything. Yeah, I was waiting for that. But anyway, so with that, he's given something by this mysterious knight lady named Guinevere, and, you know, it's like, yeah, I know exactly what that is, oh boy. But, meanwhile with Lupin and, Cardia, they get the queen from her castle, you know, using various methods, fighting off the guards, and Lupin using his, mocking voice, or not mocking voice, but his, what do you call that? Whatever that thing's called. But yeah, I thought that was funny. I was just like, I'm like, that's totally not the queen in that chair. But anyway, so yeah, once they get the queen, and they regroup and everything, well, that's when things get bad, because, yeah, Phoenix shows up and explains, hey, Cardia, your fate is basically to destroy the entire world, and I'm like, yeah, that's fine, no, it's not, and actually they shot Lupin, and I was super shocked at them, like, oh, don't do that, no, but it was just on the arm, so he's okay, but yeah, they definitely changed a lot, and I don't know if I'm happy about that, because it's like, they're still in time with everything, it's just happening a bit differently, like, it's weird, because that whole bridge scene did not happen whatsoever, and it was nice to see the other guys, like, without Cardia for a while, figuring out what they were doing, like, in London, and I was like, oh, that's interesting, because when you're on Lupin's route, you're with Lupin pretty much 24/7, so yeah, but anyway, so, after, you know, she learns, oh, her fate is to destroy the world, they all escape, and they make it back, and everyone's fine, everyone's alive and not dead, but, Cardia is deciding, yeah, I probably need to go alone, because I've gotten people in danger. Yeah, that's a problem, but, the very end of the episode is definitely the big bomb drop, I guess you could say, besides the whole, you know, oh, Cardia, you and me are supposed to destroy the world, what Phineas said, but, anyway, yeah, so Saint Germain comes up to Cardia, is like, oh, hello, Cardia, are you okay, and you have friends, and blah, 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 by the way, I'm here to kill you, and I'm just like, haha, yeah, how that's revealed in the visual novel is pretty different, let me say that. Also, we got to see him open his eyes. Yeah, that's just, it's not the scene where he opens his eyes in the visual novel, which is a really good scene, but, I was like, yep, there it is, there's the whole, oh, by the way, he's here to kill you thing, because there's a reason for that, and I don't know if they're gonna explain it in depth, because I know exactly that whole, like, idea thing that he's a part of, yeah, I don't want to spoil it, but I hope they'll delve into it in the next episode, because it's like, it's not, see, that's the thing, that is important to his route and his route alone, pretty much, like, if I remember correctly, there might have been maybe 2 or 1 mentions of it in Lupin's route, but not heavily as it is in his route, so I'm curious how deep they'll go into that whole idea organization thing. So yeah, what'd you guys think of this episode? What do you think's gonna happen next? And I'll see you guys in whatever I review next. Bye!